team. Like, I want to motivate you guys today, but you're already motivated. You're already here. That's where it starts, is you're already in this room, and the statistic is 70% of things will not get done if you don't implement them within 48 hours of learning it. That's crazy. So don't walk away from here and not implement. You know, if you pick up something on parties, all these girls are experts at what they do. All of them are experts. We all do all these things too. We just all chose a different topic. So if you learn something about parties, or not parties anymore, beauty bashes, whatever you call them, go implement it today. Don't wait, because then you won't do it. Okay, so I'm going to give you a couple quotes really quick. Let's start with that. So and some of you might have caught this on my live. I do lives my personal.
Oh gosh, you're going through all our slides.
Close your eyes. Okay, I'm back. I'm gonna set it down. Okay, so here's my second tip for you guys. If you want to be successful, you have to build relationships with each other. You got to have sideline sisters. If your sponsor's not active, it doesn't matter. Build those relationships on your team, your sideline, and your customers. Relationships are the key to the business. Okay, so here's this quote. I want you to write this down. The inability to calculate the energy it takes to achieve a goal is what failure is. I'm going to say it really slow for you to write this down. Okay, so failure. What is failure? That's the question. It's the inability to calculate the energy it takes to achieve a goal. The inability to calculate the energy it takes to achieve a goal. And I talked about this on a live the other day on my personal wall, and it hit me because failure is normally like a negative thing. You think, your mind instantly goes to, that's negative, I didn't achieve my goal, I didn't lose 25 pounds, or I didn't get to green status, I'm a failure. Whereas, honestly, it was just your stepping stone, your story. It's just part of what you are. And when I always view it that way, but when he said it, I was like, oh, Grant, you're amazing. And I wrote it down, and I instantly went to like 5 or 6 of my girls that, you know, they considered themselves a failure last month, and I just voiced it to them. One girl called me crying. She was like, can I call you? And I said, yes. So she called me, and she goes, that's what I needed to hear. I always felt a failure. And you're not. It's a step. It is part of your journey. So you have to view those little things that don't happen for you as part of your journey. And it's also important to have small wins along the way. So you always feel a little bit of success. You know, maybe that's just consistency in doing lives. Maybe it is consistency in talking to your team. Am I getting louder?
Yes. We wanted you to. We were trying to turn it. They can't hear it in the back.
Oh, maybe it's him.
Yeah, it's him. Yeah.
Maybe we should talk this loud. So just remember that, okay? And I have one more thing, and I want you. And the reason I'm telling you to write it down is because imagine the effect you can have if you go voice 5 people today. Tell them that. Tell them you love them. I'm big on that. Words of affirmation are huge. I think even if it's not your love language, it's important for everybody to hear. Everybody to hear you're wonderful, you're beautiful, you're amazing. Everybody needs to hear that. Okay, so here's my next quote. Things are only hard because you don't do them enough, not because you can't. So, for example, going live may be hard for you. It's not because you can't get good at it. It's not because, think about something simple, makeup. Maybe it's hard for you. You've got to learn how to do it. It doesn't mean you can't learn it. Okay, so these are all things I read and listen to y'all every day because I wake up just like you, and it's a decision to have a great day. It really is. I wake up this morning, my little boy peed my bed, and I woke up and he, and I'm like, oh, and I could just let it ruin my day, and the girls know they were crazy today. This morning, I'm like, please let me get ready, and I could choose, and some days I do, I choose to be upset about it, but I could choose joy. It's about choosing that joy. So I really want to start that today. I really want you guys to know, I think most of the things and most of the successes we can have in life are from choosing it, choosing to be happy, choosing to be consistent, choosing to be dedicated, okay? It's not because you're not ever going to get good at it. It's a decision to be consistent about it. And the last thing I'll say is, I think that fear is an indication of something you should be doing. So if you're fearful of something, that is telling you, hey, maybe you need to put that into your routine. You know, you're thinking, I don't know about you, but I'll get sweaty and I'm like, oh my God, I fear something. And my sister will joke and she's like, yeah, I see sweat coming down your armpit. Because I'm like, I'm so scared of whatever that might be. And I remember things growing up, whenever it scared me, I instantly start sweating. So I know my indicators. I know what's going to happen when I get fearful. So that probably means I need to plan for it, work for it, and do it. And I think that that's super important. And that leads me to task lists. Okay, so we're going to build a quick task list. And I promise I won't keep you up here forever with task lists. Okay, so if you want to take a picture of it, if you'd rather write it down, it doesn't matter. The quote is, if it comes down to one simple thing, how bad do you want it? Anybody can achieve anything. It doesn't matter your story. It doesn't matter where you're at today. It's a decision to be successful. These are, I think, 16, 5, 6, 7. That's about 16 things I think are crucial to growth. My developed list, and I do have a video, it's on my YouTube if you want to watch the full task list video, but I think these are 16 things everybody has to do. It's a hamster wheel effect. If you just go live, but you never coach, you're not going to do it. You're not going to win. You're not going to win at the business, okay? If you send 5 messages a day, but you never send a sponsor message, you're not going to win at the business. You have to have that hamster wheel effect for it to go faster and faster and faster to duplicate. You have to be touching on all parts of your business. So sponsoring. You have to sponsor. How do you sponsor? You sponsor by being consistent in all areas of your business. Offering the opportunity, it starts there. Going live, being consistent, living the life, going to trainings, showing off what you're doing here is a recruiting tool because people see that you're invested in your business, okay? So I can't tell you, I've been to 2 trainings that are not unique related this year here in Tulsa. One was a small business training and I went that day, obviously wasn't related to direct sales, but I took away a lot of personal development. So it's investing in yourself so that you can give. I think it's super important. So I put personal development here. But every day, just quickly, how I get my personal development in is that I turn it on in the car. I'm driving, it's not taking away any time. My kids are hearing empowering things, or they've got their iPad and they're listening to their own game, you know, so it's my moment. I just took away music in the morning when I'm headed to the gym. It gives me 20 minutes to listen to something that teaches me something. So then I can go to my girls and say, hey, here's a great quote, here's what I learned, go listen to this so I can live by example. So that's how I fit it in. It didn't just take another 20 minutes of my time. I have to drive anyway. So that's how I typically do it. So those, I don't have to really explain those. I don't want to take away that time. I want you to walk away today and have 5 or 10 things in your tool bag to go and say, okay, now I'm going to do this with my team. I'm going to post a little bit differently. I'm going to do the, X, Y, Z. So this is crucial, guys. I'm telling you. You got to have a task list. And if you just write it down and check mark throughout the day, you don't have to have all day to work your business. You just implement it into your lifestyle. So everybody's is a little bit different. If I have somebody going to pink status or somebody that's working to black, every single month I ask them, hey, what is your goal this month? And they tell me, okay, I want to be pink. The second thing I ask them is, how are we going to do it? Show me your task list. Show me how we're going to do it. Okay, great, that's a great task list, or we need to tweak it. Have you watched my video? Third question I ask them is, have you asked your team? If they have 4 people on their team, 20 people on their team, it doesn't matter. We need to work with the willing on that team, and they all need a task list. Okay, and then the next question you ask them is, have you mapped it out? So so-and-so's going to do X amount, so-and-so's going to do X amount. If a person on your team wants to sell $500, how's she going to do it? She's going to do it by a task list. And guess what? For some people, a task list is instant results, and for others, it's a process. For me, it was a process. Nobody told me to go write a task list. I just knew for myself that I needed it. I need to see what I was doing and have quantifiable goals. That is the other part of a task list. Do not write on there follow-ups. Because what does that mean? Versus, I'm going to do 25 follow-ups a day. For me, I like to do monthly follow-up. Like each day I pick a month. So this week I've been working on getting caught up and telling everybody about the kudos, right? So I've been sending every day I work 3 months back. So I might come up with a voice message and send it to 25 people that's like, hey, I'm so excited about the kudos. I think you would love it. I know how much you love the foundation, whatever. Just a quick personal voice message. So you've got to put a quantity on that. Maybe it's 1 month of follow-ups. I'm going to get caught up on that. Maybe that's only 5 or 10 people for you. It just depends on where you're at in your business. But put a number. I'm going to offer it to 5 people. I'm going to post 6 times a day. Whatever. You've got to be quantifying it though. So that's just a start. And again, if you want the developed one, it is on my YouTube if you want to take the time to do that. Okay, so then Y'all tell me how I'm doing on time in a second. I have a quick 5 task list. So this is for those days when life falls apart, but you're still a business owner. So I tell my girls that are truly in it to win it, I tell them, yes, I get it. I'm a mom of 3. Life is insane. My husband's not around very often. And I get it. Life is crazy. But this is my business. And I cannot just disappear. Because consistency is what matters. So if I have that off day, so I think back to when one of my kiddos had surgery. And that day, obviously, I was very focused on my child. And I was at the hospital, didn't have good service. But guess what? If I knew we were leaving at 5:30 in the morning, if I'm dedicated to my business, I can wake up 30 minutes early and knock out 2 of these things, right? I can plan ahead. So if you want to be successful, there's not really days where you just disappear, right? I mean, if you go to a boutique, do you just not show up and open the door? Your door is Facebook, so still stay present. So this is a quick 5. For me, yes, posting my parties, setting those up. 5 opportunity messages. I'll tell you how I do those really quickly. So I make a list of 100 people a month. So for example, in March, my last 3 days of the month is when I set up for the next month. So I wrote down 100 names, and y'all, I'm just like you. I'm always trying to build my network. So these 100, 20, I think this month, 27 of them were on my list from last month, okay? And there were people that either didn't answer me, or people that said, I'm busy, get back to me. Or they're just someone that just like kind of blow me off a little bit. But they're still my dream team. I know that'd be great. So I put those back on the list, and I just make it a point to voice message 5 people a day. Voice, short, sweet, no indicators of anything about the business. Just I love this, you would love it, sincere. That's how I offer the message, offer the opportunity through a voice message. And I typically do it in Carline. I'm in Carline for 2 hours in the morning nearly, and 2 hours in the afternoon, because my kids all have different pickup and drop-off times. If my littlest goes to school, otherwise he's with me. But so I just plan it. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna message. I have my folder. It's over there. I have 100 names. Those 5 today, I'm gonna voice message. It takes 5 minutes. So when you get yourself a task list, you realize how you can maximize the amount of time that you have. Rather than going, I'm scrolling through Facebook, I'm liking stuff, I'm posting, and it's just not happening. You have to have a plan. This is our business plan. How simple is this business plan? You know, it's easy. It's easy. It just takes work. Okay, so then weekly, I think that there's things that, you know, maybe you choose Sunday. It just depends on everybody's lifestyle. I like to kind of get prepped up for the week. I feel like I'm behind if I'm not ready for Monday morning, so I like to do it on Sunday. And here's what I do. I decide when. And for me, party blitzing comes through follow-up most of the time. But I would say when you're early on and you're trying to grow very quickly, you're trying to get some momentum, you have to pick a time of the week that you're going to sit down. You're not going to look at the notifications on your phone. You're going to be at your computer, and you're going to focus on party messages. And I know they're not parties anymore, but just beauty bar, or whatever you call them, which Mallory's going to go over here in a little bit, and fantastic information. So during that time, I'm focused on trying to gather those, okay? Sponsor blitzing. Don't call it recruiting, it's sponsoring. Set aside a time for that. You know, for me, I like 5 a day. For you, I one time told a girl, okay, we're gonna do 100 each month, and she freaked out. And then I said, wait a minute, we're gonna do 5 a day. 5 days a week, 5 a day. Oh, I can do that. I'm like, do you see how that's still 100? You know? So she's like, oh, don't put 100, it's just too much. So just whatever works for you. For me, it works daily. And since I'm so competitive with myself, if I don't do it, the next day I'm like, okay, I gotta catch up, I gotta do 10 today. Because I know that it builds my business. It's the planting of that seed. So being organized, I write down my plan at 10 o'clock at night, so that when I wake up with purpose and a plan, because I have a family to take care of. You know, I have things I've got to do. So, you know, I know that on Fridays is my day to volunteer at my son's class. And so I know that I need to be caught up. I don't need to go into Friday with too many things on my plate. So whatever your schedule is, figure it out. Set aside time for things that are important like this. Samples I would do on Sunday. I like to make samples and keep them in my car with me. So if I see a friend, I'm like, oh my gosh, girl, I've been meaning to give this to you. So it's just like right there and ready to go. Okay? New catalogs come out, I go drop them in their mailbox if they're around my neighborhood. And I give them as teacher gifts. So I have a lot of girls that are starting to ask me at my daughter's school because I'm always taking them gifts that are unique. You know what I mean? So be smart about it. Get it to people that you're talking to on a daily basis. Personal development I talked about earlier. Some of the ones I love, Eric Worre, I listen to his podcast. If you've never done the podcast, you need to do it because they're super fast and they're 5 minutes and they'll just kind of click through. So if I click on his podcast, it'll play a 5-minute one and then another 5-minute one and it just kind of auto plays. Super easy. So that's what I love. John Maxwell, obviously very motivating. I think there's a difference in motivation versus task-oriented things you need to learn. He's more motivation to me. Big Al, amazing. Network marketing leaders. Grant Cardone is phenomenal. If you're type A, you love Grant Cardone. He's a go-getter, and I like that. So it depends on your personality. The secret to leading an amazing life is to start each day with clear and purposeful intentions, expecting only the best for the day. So like I said, when I wake up and I know that I don't wake up with anxiety, thinking, okay, what all have I got to accomplish today? Because when I go to bed, I wake up with that list, and I know that everything's going to be taken care of. It's in place, we're good to go, rather than trying to figure it out along the way. Okay, so I got a challenge for you guys real quick. First one is I want you to write down 3 reasons you do the business. Doesn't have to be long, just 3 things. And I want you to keep this list, okay? Or rewrite it down somewhere for yourself. I have one in my wallet that I've had. It's so torn up, has my goals on it, and I have had it there since I decided to go for it, and that was again in September 2014. And it's the same list and the same goals, and I add to it, and it keeps it in my head all the time. And I write them down on my paper. Grant Cardone says you better write your goals down every day, and you better speak as if you're already there. So obviously I'm not Jen Thomas, I'm not a B1 yet, but I'm gonna act like one. I'm gonna lead like one, I'm gonna work like one. I'm gonna have a plan for one. Does that make sense? So if you wanna be green status, what does that take? You gotta work like one, you gotta act like one, you gotta be one, and believe that you are already there. Because when you believe you're already there, you're gonna do the things it takes to be that person. You're gonna set yourself up. And I look at it that way, and I'm like, if that's what I want, I gotta act like it. It's not gonna just happen. I have to plan for it, I have to work for it, and I have to be consistent. Okay, and your why, part of that why needs to be emotional, but part of that why needs to be something tangible. Are you in it for the financial benefit? Are you in it to change lives? Like, what is it? So I think you need to diversify that why, because when things get hard, if it's diversified, you won't quit. I would never quit on my kids. That's one of my whys. I want them to have the best life possible. You know what I mean? So it's got to be diversified. Okay, I want you to write down one of your excuses. What's one of the things that keeps you from being what you want to be? So think about it. One of those things is, it could be, oh, I don't have the time. That's a big one. You got to make time for what matters for you. I mean, that's just the way it is. So write down your excuse, and then I want you to put a big old line through that thing. I was at a training one time, and they told us to write down our excuses, and they made us all, I won't make you do this, they made us all get up and crumple it and go put it in the trash can. And then she took them all home, and she burned them in her fireplace and did a live on it. It was really cool, actually. If we had time for that, we'd do that. But you just got to get rid of it. You just have to get rid of it if you want to progress. Now I want you to write down 3 goals you have for yourself. I want one of those goals to be related to this month. I want one of those goals to be 3-month goal, and one of those goals to be in a year. Because I think small wins are important, but you got to have a vision for the future. Almost done.
You said a goal for this month, a goal in 3 months, and then a goal in, right?
Yeah.
A goal this month.
And I'm saying only write 3 down, but y'all, I write down goals for myself and my team every month. What do I want this month for them? And don't just say, oh, I want a green status on my team. You got to get detailed about it. Like, what kind of leader do you want to be to build that green? So I get real specific, but I just want these to be real 3 quick things that you can then later develop that. And imagine if you went to your team and you said, hey Sally, hey Mary, hey, Leslie, you are working so hard. I want you to do this with me. And then screenshot it to me. Let's hold each other accountable. That is the duplication, and that is the step that most people don't take. Most people internalize themselves and then don't go tell their team, and you're not going to ever lead a big team if you don't do that. You have to be building other people. Okay, last challenge. I want you to write down something you commit to doing every single day for your business. Don't lie to yourself. Write down one thing you promise to do for yourself, because you deserve it. Okay, so I have one more thing to tell you, and I'll come back later and talk to you all about something else, but before Mallory comes, I want you to be careful trying to blend in, okay? So I wrote this down. Blending in gets us nowhere. Nowhere. Don't try to blend in. You won't ever set yourself apart. Don't try to be the person next to you. Don't try to be the leader that you follow. Be you. That is the key. It is important to learn from people and to, take snippets and whatnot, but be you. Your people want to see you, and they want to see you grow. What's really cool is to watch people that start out and they're like, oh my God, Jordan, I had nobody like it. No, it doesn't matter. If you should see my posts from 2.5 years ago, they were awful. Awful. I look back when it comes to my newsfeed, I'm like, I can delete that out of Facebook history. I mean, it's awful. It's like the old mascara tube, and I just put the price. What was I thinking? Nobody's gonna buy that. But it was just like I was confused. I was trying to figure out how to post on Facebook. I mean, I got on Facebook when Unique started, pretty much. It's crazy. But I want you to be careful blending in. I want you to act the part, act successful, and work at it every day. What you say to yourself and what you put on paper and what you breathe to other people will come to fruition. I believe what you put out there is what you're going to get back. And in this business, it could not be more true. If you just go live and just keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it and be consistent, people are going to finally go, my God, she's not going to quit. What is she doing? I'm serious.
Yeah, seriously.
I'm dead serious. Finally, when people started liking some of my stuff, they're like, yeah, I've been watching you for a year. And I'm like, oh my God, why didn't you tell me or support me? They just wanted to know I was serious and I was not going to quit. Half these girls in here were my friends way before Unique. And they're like, I just kept watching you, Jordan. I was like, well, she's not going to quit. And is she making money? I mean, what is she doing? People will start questioning. I promise. So don't blend in. Go be yourself. Go live. Be consistent. And let that fear be an indication that you are on the right path. And just go do it. Okay. I'm going to come back to you guys in a little bit, but I'm going to let Matt